We're taking a road trip up the Peninsula Development Road to the tip of Cape York. I'm heading up the Cape with my family to an untouched paradise. This part of Australia is vast, isolated, and one of our last frontiers. These expeditions are rough, tough, and sometimes dangerous. The remote Cape York Peninsula is a land of extreme, untouched wilderness. We will be camping out in one of the Cape's most isolated areas. Living off the land with the boys. We will be fishing and exploring and getting up close and personal with the local wildlife. With the family, I'll live for weeks on the Cape's sandy beaches. So sit back and enjoy the trip with Unknown Road Adventures. We're just about to head off on our Cape York adventure. This time, I've got the family with me. It's going to be a bit different. JB's been coming up the Cape ever since he was a baby, so he's going to be used to it. This time, Noe's coming. So this is one of his first trips. So it's going to be a great time to spend with the family. Are you boys ready to head off?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's hit it.
We go from Cairns and then we go all the way up to here. Yeah.
Our road trip kicks off in Cairns hinterland. Unknown Road Adventures is heading to Cape York Peninsula. You all ready for the adventure, guys?
Yay! Yay!
Let's hit it. The countryside changes dramatically. From leaving Cairns, a couple of 100 k's, and you're into the outback. Late that afternoon, we finally hit the dirt. These roads can be pretty punishing on your vehicle. Here's a couple of unlucky ones that didn't make it. The plan is to camp at Musgrave Roadhouse and get an early start in the morning. No, something's up with the trailer. Hope it's nothing too serious. Just hear this massive screeching noise behind the car. Let's get out and have a look, eh? We've just pulled over and we've got a major flat tyre here. We've lost the tyre and all, down to the rim. So we're going to do a quick change and get back on the track. Not much left of this. There's the rim. It's time for a new one. Look at this. Oh my God. Better get something to cut that, man. Yeah, wow, look at this.
That's going to be a little while.
She's wrapping on nicely. Quick tyre change and we push on through and cross the Archer River. plan is to make the Jardine and get that last ferry before 5 o'clock. The Jardine River's looking superb as always. We've arrived. We're staying at Loyalty Beach Caravan Park. We're just here to get the boat organised for our trip down the coast. So Tinny's gone up on the roof. It's come off these racks here. Now we can remove all these racks, get the quad bikes out and pack our gear for the trip down the coast. The quad bikes need to come out. I need to pack all the camping gear. I need to distribute the weight evenly across the boat so when we're out in the ocean we get a good ride. Boat's in the water here at Seisha. We're about to start our journey down the coast to Verilia Point to set up camp. I've got about a 50 nautical mile trip down the coast. That afternoon, I passed the Jardine River mouth. I had to make the call and get this quad bike off. Taking the quad bike off will allow me to get this boat up on the plane and get there before dark. I took the quad bike off and gave it to Keisha and said, "See you later." She's got about a 20k run up the beach and over the headland. The quad bike's out and we're getting a move on now. We're just passing the headland just before dark. Javey's getting pretty excited. The next morning we woke to our home on the beach. We're camping under the she oaks at Cottrell Creek. It doesn't take long to get the attention off the locals. They've come to see who's moved in on their beach.
time to get this camp organised and cut some firewood. I like to get everything sorted. Normally takes me a couple of days to set up camp properly.
While we're up the Cape, we put in a bore. Now we're just off the beach, about 150 metres, amongst the she oaks and the paper barks. We're going to dig down about 3 to 4 metres until we hit the fresh water. I've got this homemade auger here. Let's start digging.
I started digging the bore late in the afternoon. I'll continue it tomorrow. The more comfortable I can make camp, the happier the family will be. That sunset makes it all worth it. The next morning, my mission was to finish this bore.
Definitely hit the harder stuff.
I need to remove a fair bit of the wet sand before I put the pipe down. A little bit of digging and I'd hit the water.
It's been a few hours since we put the pipe down. Now we've got a little submersible pump. We're lowering that down into the pipe. We've gone down about 3 metres, so we've got plenty of hose to get down to the water level. So the pipe's in. Turn her on, Jovi. There's our water. At the start, the water comes out a little bit cloudy, but it gets cleaner as you pump out more. So we've filled up all of our tubs here. We've got there 20, 40, 60, 80. We've got about 90 litres over there already just to get us through the next day. So as the day goes on, it's going to get clearer and we've got water while we're here at camp.
We finished the fort, now we've got fresh, clean water.
All right, we've finally made it up the Cape. It's been a week since we left home. It's been a mission coming up here, dragging all that gear. It's not easy, but now we're here, we can start enjoying it. We've set up camp today, we've put in the bore, cut firewood, and got everything organised. Coming out here and bringing the kids, yeah, it's pretty testing, but just to be out here with the boys and enjoying this piece of paradise makes it all worth it. So now it's just time to organise our gear, settle in for a few days and start fishing and exploring this whole area. All right, it's time now to go out. We're going to go out in the ocean and have a trawl. What do you think, buddy? The sun's going to be setting in a couple of hours. Let's get out there pretty soon and get some tuna and some mackerel.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're just heading out for a trawl on sunset. Hopefully we can get a couple of mackerel or tuna. Let's go give it a shot.
The afternoon glass-offs are a great time to head out for a trawl when you're up the Cape.
We're not far off the coast here. We're only in about 5 metres of water. So the tuna are hanging around, not far off the mouth, which is good. We don't have to go out too far today.
It's great to have JV out in the boat with me. He's old enough now to come out and give me a hand.
Onto something here. Yeah, it feels pretty decent. Hopefully it's not a barracuda. We didn't bring the net. Get him in before those sharks. If he comes to the surface, net. Can you believe it? I can see it. Don't know yet. I don't think it's a barracuda. There he is. It's tuna. There's our first tuna. Yeah. Yeah, what do you think about that, buddy?
Yeah.
Not the biggest, but it's going to be all right. Just enough. All right, it's our first little tuna for the trip. That's just a good size, actually. We don't want it too big. We don't have enough room in our fridge, so this is just perfect. What are we going to do with this one, buddy?
Eat it.
How are we going to eat it?
Raw.
With soy sauce. That's how we do it out here. This is going to be with a beer and watching that sunset go down when we get back to camp. Hopefully it's not a barracuda. It's a little bit smaller, this one. Might just be a small mackerel. Yeah, it's a small mackerel, I think. Small school mackerel.
I'm not touching that.
It's a small school mackerel, this one. That'll be good for the smoker. Couple more of these little fellas will be good. Perfect pan size, great for a feed. Let's get some more. One again. Onto something again. Another school mackerel by the feel of it. Let's get him in, eh, Davey? The sun's about to set. It's been a nice little trawl out here this afternoon. Tuna and a couple of mackerel, just to top off the day. I reckon it's another mackerel, yep. Another little mac. Swing him in that way.
Oh, no, not near me, not near me.
All right,
Not near me.
get the pliers, buddy. Now these little mackerel have got big, sharp teeth. You don't want to put your fingers in there. So it's just best to be as careful as possible pulling these hooks out, because you don't want to lure in your finger as well. There we go. Another nice little mackerel. Let's get some more. Davey's onto his first mackerel here. Wind it in, mate, on the big overhead. Here it comes. Look at that, mate. Oh, it's bitten in half.
A shark.
Shark took its tail. That's still a bit. Lucky it didn't get the whole thing. Well, we'll still get a fillet out of that. The sun's about to set. We just come out for a little session. You know, got a few mackerel and one tuna. That's great. Good way to end the day. Get back to camp and get that fire going and have a feed. Next episode of Unknown Road Adventures, we head out to a nearby island to do some croc spotting with the drone. We also head back out into the ocean for an epic father and son fishing adventure.